Hi, today I'm going to be talking about a sapphic SFF that is on my immediate TBR. I'm going to talk about some new releases. I think only one of them has yet to be released. I'm also going to talk about some backlist, a couple series, standalone. Yeah, it's a pretty awesome list today. Let's get into the list. I am so excited for all of these books. The first book on the list today is The Mermaid, the Witch, and the Sea by Maggie Takuda Hall. In this book we follow Flora, who has kind of been a rebellious pirate all of her life, and she boards the ship the Dove, but as a man. She boards the ship as Florian. Soon she finds out that the ship is in fact planning on selling their passengers, and she starts a bond with Lady Evelyn Hasegawa, who is on her way to her own arranged marriage, and they decide that they are going to free a captured mermaid with a witch. Recently I've been super into pirates, period. I rewatched the Pirates of the Caribbean trilogy. I have yet to watch the last two movies, but I really want more like pirate stories to read. This one sounds perfect. Next on my list is The Unbroken by C.L. Clarke. I'm just going to read the descriptions to you because I have a fair idea about what these books actually are about, but I don't want to mess anything up or leave anything out. So it says, Terrain is a soldier, stolen as a child and raised to kill and die for the Empire. Her only loyalty is to her fellow conscripts. But now her company has been sent back to her homeland to stop a rebellion, and the ties of blood may be stronger than she thought. Luca needs a turncoat, someone desperate enough to tiptoe the bayonet's edge between treason and orders, someone who could sway the rebels towards peace, while Luca focuses on what really matters, getting her uncle off the throne. Through assassinations and massacres, love it, in her bedrooms and war rooms, Terrain and Luca will haggle over the price of a nation, but some things aren't for sale. So I'm pretty sure this is like a military-inspired adult fantasy, and I've never read a military-based fantasy. I have yet to, because I'm barely diving into the world of adult fantasy at the moment. But there's just something about this book that is so intriguing to me. I think it's because everyone keeps talking about it, and so I'm like, ugh, now I want to read it. Next on my list is The Ruthless Lady's Guide to Wizardry by C.M. Wagner. I'm unsure if this is young adult or adult, but I actually tried to read this one earlier this year. It was at the beginning of February, I think, and I put it down because there's a lot of world building. What would you call it? British English dialect? I think when I say that, you know what I'm trying to get at. So even in that nature, I'll probably request the audiobook because I really like listening to that dialect through the words of another person, such as when I'm listening to the Pickwick Papers. It just makes more sense in my head because the narrator is British. But let's read what this is about. Hard-drinking, petty thief Delaria Wells is down on her luck in the city of Lacecourt again. Then she sees a want ad for a female bodyguard, and she fast talks her way into the high-paying job. Along with a team of other women, she's meant to protect a rich young lady from mysterious assassins. At first, Deli thinks the danger is exaggerated, but a series of attacks shows that there's much more to fear. Then she begins to fall for Wen, one of the other bodyguards, and the women team up against a mysterious magical foe who seems to have allies everywhere. So that kind of bodyguard element is what I'm really taking from this. And then what I did read at the beginning, I was really intrigued by our main character. She's not nice, and in the definition of fantasy, a good character, morally good character. And those characters are always fun to read from. Not Your Sidekick by C.B. Lee. This is the sapphic superhero book that you needed. Let's get into it. Welcome to Endeavor, where superpowers are common but internships are complicated. Just ask high school nobody Jessica Tran. Despite her heroic lineage, Jess is resigned to a life without superpowers and is merely looking to beef up her college applications when she stumbles upon the perfect paid internship. Only, it turns out to be for the town's most heinous supervillain. Yes! On the upside, she gets to work with her longtime secret crush, Abby, who Jess thinks may have a secret of her own. Then, there's the budding attraction to her fellow intern, the mysterious M, who never seems to be in the same place as Abby. What starts as a fun way to spite her superhero parents takes a sudden and dangerous turn when she uncovers a plot larger than heroes and villains altogether. Yes! Everyone keeps talking about Renegades, the Renegade series by Marissa Meyer, but like, for the sake of my own preferences, I kind of wanted to find another superhero series with maybe a little bit more diversity, right? And this sounds perfect. Little kid, kind of, there's this whole plot, not little kid, I mean like teenage girl with this whole like plot gets mixed into this stuff. She's with the villain, she has a crush, there's some mystery person. I'm so excited for this one. I actually have the entire trilogy, or I don't know if it's just going to be a trilogy. I'm pretty sure there's a fourth book coming out, but I have the first 3 books that are out at the moment loaded onto my Kindle, and I may read that this month. I don't know. We'll see, but I'm so excited. Finally on my list, I have The All-Consuming World by Cassandra Khaw. And I talked about this one in my most anticipated releases video, because I'm pretty sure this is where I talked about this book first. But this book has so many elements that are like my favorite. Like if this book was a movie, I would watch that movie immediately. And the fact that it's coming out in a book format, I love it. And also Cassandra Khaw is the author of my most anticipated release this year, which is Nothing But Black and Teeth, which I am extremely excited for. But before that, they are releasing The All-Consuming World in August, I believe, which is still a long time to wait. A diverse team of broken, diminished former criminals get back together to solve the mystery of their last disastrous mission and to rescue a missing and much changed comrade. But they're not the only ones in pursuit of the secret at the heart of the planet Dimmerborgir. The highly evolved AI of the universe have their own agenda and will do whatever it takes to keep humans from ever controlling the universe again. This band of dangerous women, half clone and half machine, must battle their own traumas and a universe of sapient aid ships who want them dead in order to settle their affairs once and for all. Found family. All females. They're all like so cool. They're returning to this kind of like mysterious, this kind of past that they had and wanted to erase. There's kind of, the reason it's on this list because there's like a promise of sapphic characters. So those are like 5 books that I have on my immediate TBR, basically, because let's be honest, that's all I want to read right now. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope you are excited for these books too. With that, I will leave you right now, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.